Oh, good afternoon and welcome to mid-November. Good news and bad news. That's what happens, isn't it? Let's start with the good stuff first. It's the best I've seen the square in the last 4 or 5 years. Strike density has been terrific. Just really pleased with it. I sprayed this yesterday with NutriFlow casting, and it'd be interesting to see how well that performs. It's starting to come up with the wet weather that we've had, we'll see how that product performs. Bit early to tell, so it only went down yesterday, but as you can see, so that looks good for mid-November. Right, here's the bad stuff. Right, what was a pristine outfield now looks like that. Now, it's not quite as bad as the camera makes out, but this is what crows do, looking for chafers. If there's anybody out there who watches this, who's in any of the industry that produces things, we need help. And it doesn't need to be a product that's going to cost me thousands of pounds that I have to apply every 6 weeks. This is grassroots sport. That kind of money is not there. So people will either not do it, and you will lose facilities, will lose games, and some places will just go, we can't do this anymore, and they'll quit. Or they'll be tempted to apply things that they shouldn't. They'll start raiding the back of sheds for products which are no longer legal. But you've got to give communities an option. At the moment, there isn't. The only product that I know of that's legally, in quotation marks available, is Acceloprin. It's not licensed for use on cricket grounds. It's also very expensive. That would be the several £1,000s a year. Well, it's per treatment for something this size. So come on, guys, we need something. We desperately need something. In terms of what practical steps, can do something here which is not really recommended. I haven't done this for a little while. I've just been around giving some parts of it a little clean up, a little trim. Is that I can roll this outfield. If you've got a sort of normal clay base, you're not going to do that, because you're just going to compress it into a rock hard slab. You'll kill the grass off, and all you're going to do is get moss. This is very much a sand-based soil, so even if I go over this with the heavy roller, it doesn't compress it to an extent that grass won't grow. I don't get that influx of moss. Even as I'm looking here, it's tidy. There's no moss in that, so I can do that, and I'm fairly confident that this will come back next spring and hopefully get back to the standard that it's been in the last couple of years. I've got some seed which I may put down in some areas. I'm not going to put it down now. All I'm doing is feeding the crows. So that's a practical step that you can take if you've got the right kind of soil. I certainly wouldn't recommend putting a heavy roller on an outfield if it's clay based. I know some people can't get machinery onto the soil. There are tyre tracks there, but that is a surface impression. It's not pushing it down at all, so it doesn't leave it rutted. You compare it to that. So it's good and bad. Touch wood, we'll get this outfield back into condition for next year. But I'll be quite honest, I could do without the work. All I'm doing at the moment is it's a big, but it's a light-ish roller. Is just go over it, and it just puts the soil back in contact, and I do find areas where grass has started to grow again. So that's a practical step I can take. If you've got chafers on sandy soil, it's something maybe you can try, but as always, you know your own ground. You know what it'll take and what it won't in terms of machinery on it at this time of year. See if that picture up there, that looks, it's just, oops, not that button. More. Yeah. That's not as bad as you know. A lot of that is the leaves, but there is. See, you'll go this way and you can see not quite as bad there. And then you get areas like over there which have got it worse. So time, an accurate air rifle, it's good fun, but the buggers hate it. And a bit of patience. That's this job for you. Hope you're having a good autumn. Speak to you maybe in December. We'll see how things go, if there's anything worth saying. Bye bye.